at the 20-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running
Oh,
back,
come on.
Montgomery. And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown.
Come on.
Packers. Ty Montgomery, 89 yards. And the Packers have taken the early to accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
New York set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw, Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now let's go.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Toss play. Powell.
Oh, come on.
Losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a...
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. First carry for their fullback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point attempt here still to come. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stay.
And in zone or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
319.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Oh, come on.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll running right
Oh,
to
come
him.
on.
And he's brought
Good
down,
shit,
but
man.
following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hurry up, hurry up.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
319.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
319.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Come on.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
We got three, fellas. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll toss here to Powell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, the spin. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And really pouring it on now with the Falcons. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
258.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
3-19.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Darnold throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Darnold dumps off to Powell. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
This is the running back, Powell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Oh, come on, man.
The ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. This ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And
damn, come on.
Stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. And able to find Decker. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down, Darnold dancing to his left. Herndon's got it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Darnold.
Come on!
And it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jake Ryan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Point after try forthcoming. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His 1st miss, no good. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Let's go, come on.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
319, 319.
first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they
Come on, ref.
At their own 46-yard line.
Come on, you left me without.
Exactly show patience there, did they?
You left me without breathing, son.
Right and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A give. This is Montgomery. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to go up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He hits Herndon over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense.
Come on!
Throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Perry in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head. They've run out of patience, and now they get to demand production, or do you continue to stay with him this way?
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the slide continues.